What's up, y'all? Hope everybody's having a good week. We got the Pedalsteel out today. Pedalsteel Encore. It's 4x5, which is the max you can go in Encore, I believe. I can't say enough good things about these guitars. I had a Stage 1 as my second steel. Then I sold it to get my first D10. And then I got another one of these just to have a single neck. It's a lot easier for throw and go practices, or if you have gigs with really bad load in, a lot of stairs. But yeah, it's something about playing S10 is very freeing. They sound great, and I think these are the best bang for your buck, whether you get a Stage 1 or an Encore. But yeah, today I wanted to talk about the zero pedal on this thing, and I did not come up with this. I first saw it on Travis Toy Tutorials. So he has this pedal as his zero, and then he's, well, double zero, and then his zeros lowers B's to B flat, and then he has ABC. But because the Encore, you can only do 4 pedals, I chose to go with this instead of the B flats, because you can get a lot of the same stuff just by going one fret and either raising your E's or hitting your B pedal. You can't do it like right there. That's the one, if you're using a fat grip and you want to use that B flat pedal, this position is kind of out of tune. You know, you could go back, raise your E's and hit your B, which sounds okay. I find it really hard to get that one in tune versus just, you know, being able to lower your B's. But anyways, I wanted to go with a different change where this is a single neck, and this pedal kind of reminds me of, you know, C6. So what it does, I stole off Travis. It lowers 6 and 9, and I think Travis said he got it off Randy Beaver's. If anybody knows any different, you can correct me in the comments. But yeah, it lowers 6 a half step, 9 a half step, and then that's what Travis does. Also decided to lower 3 a half step, so you can get that Ralph Mooney lick with, you know, having your root note droning. So you can do that same lick without it. You have to slide the bar, and you can't have your root note droning. We're in A right now. So if you don't have it, it's not the end of the world, and you know, you don't have to have anything outside of the ordinary. So much, you know, great still was come up with, just came about the simplest setups. But it is a fun pedal to have, especially if if you're used to playing a D10 a lot. Like I said, this is also kind of a C6 change. It's kind of like pedal 6 on C6. So it's lowering your 6th and 3rd strings. Let's go back to A. So if you use any of your major grips, all you're doing is lowering your 3rd to a minor 3rd, so you get a 1 minor. And then if you throw in your 9th string, it takes you from a 1/7 to a 4/7, which is a very C6-like change. And then also, like, I think that's just a very, like I said, it's like pedal 6. I'll put up a video of that pedal on C6 if you don't have a double neck. So here's pedal 6. We're at a G. Same thing, just lowers your 3rd to a minor 3rd. But yeah, I think throwing the 3rd string in is really cool. You can get some of that Ralph Mooney droning stuff, especially if you mix it in with your B pedal. And it is a little bit of a jump, you know, you're having to jump over your A pedal, but I don't know, you can pick it up pretty quick. Get some really fun, just Bakersfield style stuff. And then as far as the C6 stuff, it's basically the same thing. That's a very C6 thing, is you're in the 4 dominant 7, you go up to the 5, but a very C6 thing to do is slide up and back from your 5. And then just getting that kind of sound. It's a really fun little pedal to mess with, and if you're looking to get into a new guitar, I mean, you don't have to have it, like I said, but it is something fun, especially if you're trying to play some swingier stuff. Yeah. So if you don't have that, and you still want to get that kind of sound, you can, like I said, you can do the single note, and it still sounds great. You just don't have your root note droning. I keep going back to G. Let's go back to A. You can also go up to your A and F position, have your A pedal down, and then leave your A down, and then just go into your F. So it's similar sound. You have to jump a little bit. One more way that you can do this, that lick, this is a key specific one at a F. If you're on your first fret, you know, you can just slide your bar back and hammer on it. And there's also a lot of really cool stuff, just even out of this. Out of F or F sharp, there's a lot of cool hammer-on stuff you can do. Just something to mess with, but I just wanted to show you that before I forgot about it. Another way to do it. Yeah, so it's really fun. You can get some swing stuff with just a single neck. And I much prefer, you know, if I had the option, I would also have the pedal that lowers B flats next to this. And a lot of you guys might be confused. You may have that on your vertical knee lever left if you have that change. I've always lowered 6 with that to get an octave with string 7. Because of that, you can get some dominant 7 stuff out of A and B, and just some pretty, you know, flowing stuff out of your open positions. Pedal 5 on C6 would be kind of like lowering your B's to B flat. Give you like a 1 or a 2 major dominant 7. But if you combine that with lowering, you know, string 6 on E9, it'd be kind of like your diminished pedals out of an open position. Yeah, just thought I'd show that if you guys aren't aware of that change. I know a lot of guys always talk about Travis Toy Twirls being a great resource, and I'm sure a lot of you guys that watch my videos are subscribed to him, so you've probably seen this change before. So it could just be a reminder. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. Just thought I'd put it out there into the world. Maybe it'll inspire somebody else to get it and find some cool ways to use it that I haven't found out yet. Then you can share it with me. Anyways, appreciate y'all hanging out, watching videos, subscribing, all that good stuff. We'll see you in the next one.